It's a perspective and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Guy Newcomb, the scoreboard guy, coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio here on the Missouri Sports Network and sponsored by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Stoke Propane, Great Southern Bank, the Bank of Billings, located in Billings, Missouri, and Marionville for your banking needs. Labor's Union, Labor's Local 663 sponsors the show as well. And here in our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment, we go to Christian Brothers College High School in St. Louis, Missouri, and CBC head football coach Scott Pingel. Coach Pingel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having us. I know Ralph and I are both super excited to be with you today.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, Ralph had a big week this past week, but just as the season has gone on, you guys 2-1 on the season. Tell us a little bit about the season up to this point from your standpoint.
You know, we knew our first three games were going to be awesome. We played in 3 different states in 3 different weeks. We opened up in Canton, Ohio, playing at the Hall of Fame Classic. We got to play in the Hall of Fame Stadium. It was awesome. We played a team out of Georgia, and we came away with a nice victory, 41-27. Then we traveled over to East St. Louis over in Illinois, and, you know, they kind of got our number. They handed us our first loss. And then this past week we played our big rival here in St. Louis, St. Louis U High. And it was atmosphere was awesome. The crowd was great, and our guys performed really well.
That trip you took up to play up at Canton, you understand you guys, did you practice at Ohio State?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those. Yeah, we got to practice at Ohio State, and then you know, we had a couple guys go there through the year, so they're kind of good to you if you can send us some players. So we had got to go up there, practice for about an hour and a half. Guys got to see a little bit of what college football facilities look like, and, you know, it got to open their eyes a little bit. It was exciting for sure.
Yeah, and just a little bit on your background, Coach Pingel. How long have you been there at CBC? Where'd you go to high school, college, and how'd you arrive at CBC?
Yeah, I'm in my 18th year of education here at CBC, 15th year as the head coach. I came here in 2005 as an assistant under Bob Shannon, and then I got the head job in 2008 season. I came here from a small. I played Division III college football up in Westminster College. I graduated high school from St. Vincent in Perryville, Missouri. So I've been kind of all over a little bit of the state, and I've been living in St. Louis now for quite a while. I've been here for, like I said, 18 years, and I love every minute of it.
Outstanding. One of our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week. Ralph went 7 rushes for 148 yards and 4 touchdowns. Tell us a little bit about his performance as you viewed it from the sideline.
Ralph was one of those guys. So what people may or may not know about us, we got 3 dynamic running backs, and Ralph's just one of the trio that at any point we can give the ball at any time. And the coolest thing about Ralph is he's always ready. He always knows his assignment. And, you know, I look like the idiot for only giving him the ball 7 times, but, you know, his production speaks for itself. We had some quick hitting traps. And the thing that Ralph does really well that I think a lot of running backs can learn by watching him is he sees daylight and he hits it. He doesn't try to make it any bigger than it needs to be. He sees daylight and he goes. He gets through the crack, and then he's explosive on the end. I mean, he was pulling away from some state championship sprinters this weekend and did a great job.
Ralph, first, congratulations on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri Sports Network for being Athlete of the Week. Tell us a little bit about your performance from you. Did you realize in that limited carries that you had piled up that many yards?
At first I was, you know, you just got to stick to it. It started off slow for me. And, you know, I just kept telling myself, you know, one's going to break free, one's going to break free. And having all 5 of my O-linemen return, we have that special connection. So I just knew, like, once it got going, it was gonna take off. So when I first I had a screenplay, and my screenplay really it really just opened up. Bryce Parsons really he was my personal bodyguard running down the field, and my blast play, my third touchdown. You know, like you said, it's 3 of us, and we got each other back. And Dylan Van had a great block, and, you know, it didn't look dangerous, but, you know, if you're just a special running back, any play is dangerous. So just take that one to the house. And that trap play, and I thought one of their players was going to catch me because he's a very fast player, but I just broke off and scored.
as you're in the huddle and the plays come in, or whether they're signaled in or they're called in or ran in from the sideline, do you have, and I don't want to know what they are, but do you have a couple of like of your maybe your favorite plays? I mean, do you have a play that you really kind of eyes light up when it gets called?
When one of my just one of my O-line guys like pulling, if they're pulling, I feel very protected, and just any play that they're pulling, that's one of my favorite plays.
Going back, into your freshman year, tell us a little bit about your history. Have you always played the running back position, or is this newer for you? What's been your history with this position?
I always played the running back position. Coming here, they gave me a lot of heat and a lot of motivation because I'm an undersized player, and so it just made me want to like work hard and prove a lot of people wrong. So throughout the years, I just kept working and waiting my turn, and when I got my opportunity, I took advantage of it.
As you look back as an underclassman, were there upperclassmen that kind of helped you, kind of mold you, that kind of brought you along? Were there folks you looked up to?
Uh, when I was, sophomore, freshman, Jordan Clay, one of the running backs that came before me, he really helped all three of us, and especially me, like telling me the plays and what to do. Last year, even like Aiden and Pat, they just really like helped us, like lead us, and took advantage of everything and really try to help guide us to just be great football players.
And right now at this point in the season, you're just 3 games in, but you've played some outstanding competition. Coach Pingel talked about playing in 3 different states. You got your rivalry game this past week against SLU. At this point of the season, what do you feel like you're doing really well right now? Is it seeing the holes? Is it being able to just jump on somebody's back or get in their back pocket and follow them? What does that look like? What do you think you're doing really well right now?
Overall, like O-line and running, we just run the ball really well. We knew that we we're going to have to have probably like a big load this year, and we're just taking advantage of every opportunity that we can get. Going into like later in the season, I know it's like but like towards the playoffs, like we really need that run game to be very efficient. So we're just getting to that groove right now.
And Ralph, and again, we're visiting with our Chevrolet Athlete of the Week, Ralph Dixon, a senior running back from Christian Brothers College High School in St. Louis. And Ralph, if you could go back to 2018 to that freshman Ralph Dixon, what advice would you give him? Knowing what you know now, what advice would you go back and give yourself as a freshman?
Just stay patient. Your time's gonna come. Don't get in your head too much. They built something here that you can't rush, or like you're not gonna change by yourself. So just buy in and just be patient and just be yourself. When you get the ball, prove everybody wrong.
Very good. Now you've got Chaminade coming up this week. What do you know about Chaminade, and what are some goals that you have going into this contest?
They're searching for a win. They're hungry right now. So we just can't buy into that. We can't play at that level. We just gotta play CBC football and do what we do best. And I just have to do my job, take advantage of all my opportunities, and just be special.
Very good. Well, Ralph, again, it's been a pleasure. Got to watch a little bit of that game, and here at the Missouri Sports Network, so many times on Friday nights, it's pretty hectic because I'll get 8,000 or 9,000 text messages at Scoreboard Guy, throughout the evening. But I did get to watch, and again, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri Sports Network, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Coach Pingel, I really appreciate you setting this up. I know this is real short notice. We just talked about an hour ago about this, and so this happened really quick. But from a coach's standpoint, going into you've been in 3 states, and you're going to have back-to-back games at home. Are you guys relatively healthy going into this game with Chaminade, and what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, we're pretty healthy right now. We got a couple bang ups. That's what happens when you kind of play these tough schedules. That those first 3 weeks, it's kind of feeling out who you are, what you're about. And we got a couple guys that are going to get mended in the training room, but we should have everybody healthy. I'm looking for execution. That's been the big thing. We've had moments of our execution has been very high, but our poor execution has been very bad. So, I know there's going to be ebbs and flows of games, but I don't want those bads to be as bad as they've been. I kind of want to make sure that, okay, doggone it, that was a bad play, but we still gained 3 yards. That's the message. We're a team that usually doesn't have negative plays, and we've had too many negative plays in the first 3 games.
Very good. Coach, again, thank you so much. Ralph, congratulations, gentlemen. Hey, tremendous luck as you go forward, and hopefully we'll get to sit down and talk a little CBC cadet football again throughout the season.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage, coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio. Keep it right here. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart,